love when you pull up in your Jeep, bumping all your beats. Days on with shades on, just bring something that ain't. You never been in the streets, but when it comes to my heart, they don't mean a thing of it. Baby, hop in my ride. Ooh, it's hot as hell outside. Take the top down, doors closed, hand over your thigh. Try slow, take your time. Every little thing you got me feeling some type of way. When you give me that thunder, you make my summer rain. Every day, and it won't stop. And it won't stop. With every single day, my love for you was constant. Forever, never, only be, and it won't stop. When we pulled up to the beach, straight down in my face, slide down, nobody around, just one day we say, you rock my body, rock the body, don't it sound familiar? It sound like, hey, looking up in the space, it's just me and my baby, and we feel so amazing, oh, she never leaves me, got me feeling some type of way. Give me that thunder, you make my soul away. Oh, 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 every day, and it won't stop. And it won't stop. With every single day, my love for you is constantly forever, only be, and it won't stop. Every day, I can't wait to take my breath away from me. In my heart, you can't forget. Love that I need to live. I love you till the infinity, 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 everything. All of this bad, all of it making me baby. One last time, I'll stand by me, baby. Little bit going on, and it won't stop. I'm so in love with you, girl, and it won't stop. With every single moment, love for you is constantly forever and ever, and it won't stop. Nobody, nobody, rocking your body, rocking your body, sweet. And it won't stop. No, no, no. And it won't stop. Yeah.
Okay, hey, so anyway, I'm just trying to check this second channel that I have so I can kind of get it rolling and everything. And yeah, I had a whole, okay, so earlier I was checking and then I did I actually started talking about this, this situation with Alsina. Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. And basically, what I was saying is that it doesn't seem, I don't understand why people are so upset with Jada when Will doesn't seem to be upset with Jada. First of all, you all do know that this is something that Will Smith knew about for years. Like this actually happened years ago. It didn't just happen. Will was not blindsided. He knows he knew exactly what was going on, and they've already, they've already told us what their relationship actually is, right? Will is not a victim, and August Alsina definitely is not a victim. He is a participant, and he participated in this relationship with a woman who he knew was legally married. Now, as we know, they claim they were separated and all of that. That's fine, whatever. Whatever's going on within their own relationship, their marriage, is really none of our business. And it just baffles me why I'm seeing so many people, in particular Black men, are really, really upset about this. And I don't understand why, because it has nothing to do with you, first of all. Second of all, if Will likes it, then we should love it. And, you know, I don't, if he's okay with it, then why are we mad? And then the other thing is that we see people running around, Black men and women alike, feeling sorry for August Alsina. He's not a victim. August Alsina is a grown man, fully grown. Yes, he's younger than Jada. Yes, she's much older than him. So what? They have the parts that are necessary to have a sexual relationship between two heterosexual opposite gender people. Okay? It's not really surprising because a lot of younger men do find older women attractive, and that's usually due to the fact that they themselves have, what we call old souls, or they have gone through certain types of experiences in their life, which has caused them to have and take on a more mature outlook and thought process. Whereas women their age are not on their level mentally and emotionally. Also, you can sometimes have the, looking for a mommy factor, and yeah, older women definitely have to be careful of that because there are a lot of men, whether they're younger or older, who are looking to recreate that mother son dynamic because they didn't have the type of mother son relationship that they wanted to have or deserved to have and didn't get growing up. And, honestly, in relationships, we're all actually doing that subconsciously because the truth of the matter is that we've all had trauma. We've all experienced some type of trauma, childhood trauma in our lives. And that's definitely something that I had to come to terms with and really realize even about my own childhood because I thought I had a great childhood. And don't get me wrong, I did have a good one. But as in all childhoods, there were things that I did not get. There were things that I needed that my mother did not know how to give to me because she herself didn't get those things as a child. Um, so we carry these traumas, these childhood traumas, and these deficits into our adulthood. Unless you've had severe childhood trauma, it usually is not something that's on the forefront of your mind. But then when you start to have certain relationships with people and these types of people that you are drawn to keep showing up in your life over and over again, kind of like the same type of people, at some point you're going to have to step back and say, okay, why do I keep going for this type of person who does not give me the kind of love, acceptance, compassion, loyalty that I think I want? Well, normally that is because you're actually looking to recreate something in your childhood, a relationship you had in your childhood with a primary caregiver or someone who was very important to you. And that dynamic shows up, that dynamic of being dismissed, of having your emotions not taken seriously, of rejection, that dynamic will keep showing up in your relationships because subconsciously we're actually trying to recreate the relationship in order to fix the relationship. And this all happens at a subconscious level. So as far as August Alsina, he has been in, he's just come out and mentioned and talked about how he was molested as a child. I know a lot of people have that story, which is extremely traumatic. And Jada is a codependent, and codependents are able to run away from their own trauma by focusing on someone else's needs and trauma. And they try to fix themselves by fixing someone else. It is a deep need to feel needed and to feel worthy and valuable to someone. And these are all the ways that it manifests in relationships due to the fact that codependents felt invisible and unnecessary in their childhood. But getting back to people saying, I was just looking at something saying that Will was, oh, why would you have a husband like Will, why would you cheat on someone like Will? Well, first of all, it doesn't seem that Will considers what Jada did as cheating. I mean, maybe I'm missing something here, but it just doesn't seem like he considers it cheating. They both said they weren't together, they were done with each other, and they didn't think they were going to be together. And when you don't think you're going to be with someone and you think that relationship is over, it's just a matter of time before you sign the paperwork, then yeah, people are going to go on and try to find, or get into other, shall we say, entanglements, and a lot of times people do this before they're healed, and they do it too in order to heal because they think they will find their healing outside of themselves. And it just doesn't work. Will has known about this and he hasn't left her. He didn't look like he was about to cry on the red table to me. Actually, they kind of seemed annoyed to have to even talk about it because they're actually over it. They've been there, done that, they're over it. We're the ones who are shocked and dismayed, and y'all men are angrier for Will than he is for himself. And Will has stepped out on his marriage, so let's not act like Will Smith is some kind of perfect person, some kind of wonderful perfect man just because he's got a lot of money. Okay, and there's obviously something, a very important component that's missing in that relationship. But regardless of what it is, the facts are that no one in that situation was taken advantage of or used, abused, and didn't know what was happening. All right. When you decide, male or female, to engage in a relationship with someone who is already in a relationship, then that is a huge risk that you're taking. Because the majority of the times, if you get with someone who's married, no matter what they're telling you, they're not going to leave their partner, especially if they've been in that marriage for decades. They're not going to leave their partner. That's not something that happens usually. And maybe this is just a learning lesson for August Alsina to go ahead and just, date people who are available, truly available to him. Now, as far as whatever Alsina and them are going to do, I don't know. I don't care. What Will and Jada are going to do, I don't know. I don't care. But I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the fact that We can stop playing the tiny violin for August Alsina because he is not a victim. Okay? And if you get into a situation like this, then you're not a victim either. Have a good night.
Days on, days on, bring something that you never get this straight. When it comes to my heart, but I leave baby, hop in my ride, who's hot, side, with the top down, doors closed, and I'm on your car, just love you. Every time. When you give me that thunder, you make my summer rain. Every day, and it won't stop.